Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the art class. Last time we had drawn animals. Now, today is the time to color it. Let's begin. I'll start with the trees this time. Because if I will color the animals, then I will have to keep my hand like this and my drawing might get spoiled. As you can see, I've already colored my tiger's eyes with a sketch pen so that it becomes easier for me. Students, now you can see that I've used my dark green color to color my tree. Now what I can do to save my time, wherever you want to do this green color, in all those places you can do this green color. But if you have seen a jungle, or you watch National Geographic and wildlife channels, or you see read encyclopedias and picture books, you look at picture books, you would see that the trees have different colors. Even if you look outside, look at the garden which is like near your house or a park, you would see that there are different shades of green. Not all trees and grass have the same green color. So try to use as many different shades of green as you have. Students, you can see how I'm trying to color inside the lines, because the background color can be different. Because if it's going to be the same, then we will not be able to see this tall grass that we've made over here. Now I'm picking up another shade. Now since this part is colored, I can just turn my sheet and see, children, I've taken a different green shade now, because I have many greens in my color box. If you do not have many greens and you just have two greens, what you can do is you can use a shade of yellow in between, or you can do your green color and then on top of it you can do your yellow color. You will see the shade is going to change. That will be color mixing. Students, I've colored the tree trunks also, and now this design, the texture of the bark that I had made, I'm just doing it over with a black color because it was not showing properly after coloring. Now let's color the sky. You can pick up any shade of blue or gray, orange, and color your sky in that shade. I've picked up a different blue this time. Since it's a darker blue, I'm working a little light. When we are coloring the in-between spaces, we have to be very careful. Our color should not go inside the tree or on the elephant's body or in the tree trunk. You have to be a little careful with our coloring. Now can you see, this time I'm doing a lighter coloring, but it's looking nice. It's not looking dirty, or we are not leaving too many white spaces that it looks very odd. It looks very neat, isn't it? Done. Now I can leave the cloud white, or you want some color in the cloud, you can change the color of the cloud. That doesn't look very different. I have to take a different blue, maybe a darker blue. So there we go. The cloud becomes a darker shade. Now some part is left of this tree. Now what color do I do in the snake, my dear? Yes, snakes are brown, snakes are yellow ochre, snakes are green. But since there's so much of green and so much of brown already, and we are artists, we can do something different and something creative. What are we going to do? I'm going to change the color of my snake to a neon pink color. It's a neon colored snake that shines. So you, being an artist, can change the color. And the design on his body, you can just do with any color of your choice. I'm using a dark mauve. Now this snake, which is slithering on the ground, I'm going to do him with a neon yellow. Looks so bright, right? Very carefully in the design, in the scale pattern, we are going to do a different color. See, snakes can shed their body skin and get a new skin. So these scales, scaly body, that's why they have, and it also helps them to move easily on the ground because they're slithering on the ground, and if their body is very smooth and soft, then they will get hurt, isn't it? Now, any other color? Let's make it a little dramatic. Wow, such a nice snake. So colorful. Because everything else is all the same color. Now children, we are going to color the background. Now you can take any lighter shade of green, or don't take yellow ochre. Take any light shade of green and do this, because yellow ochre is going to be very close to the tiger otherwise. Let's start. How are you going to do? You're going to do it very, very neatly. You will not color inside the tiger's body or inside the snake or on this grass that you've already colored. You go slow, take small circular movements of the hand to help you with this. Can you see how this is being done? Without leaving white spaces, in one direction. Alright children, students, you can see how neatly I'm trying to color this. Very, very carefully in one direction, slow motion, you'll move your hand in. And see the various shades of green we have. It looks like we are actually in a jungle with so many trees and grass. Wow, it's going to be so fresh and cool. We are going to get so much oxygen. And imagine if there were no animals, there would have been no jungles. There would have just been human beings. And human beings, which means only cities and no jungles and no trees. Right? So we have to be thankful to these animals. Now children, let's color the elephant. Elephant is going to be done with grey. You can pick up any grey shade that you have, a darker grey or a lighter grey. Or you can just do a little shading if you want. So this is my darker grey color. Now when you color the elephant, please be very careful because this entire elephant is with grey color. So everything looks very, very grey. You're not going to color his tusk. What do we get from his elephant's tusk? What do we get? Yes, we get ivory. And you know, ivory is very, very valuable and a very, very expensive item with which furniture is made. It is used in decoration. So his tusk, do you know the color of the ivory? It's off-whitish in color. Children, we are not going to color the entire ear grey. I know it's grey, the entire ear, it's actually grey. But in our artwork, we need to show a bit of creativity and design and imagination, for which I'll just tell you, we will just do half the ear. Can you see how I'm doing this in one direction? Even the nails of the elephant are yellow in color. They are not white. Obviously, because he's living in the jungle, his feet get dirty. See, half ear I'm going to do grey. His ear has lots and lots of veins, blood vessels, which help him keep cool. And you will see that the elephant keeps flapping his ears to cool down his body. So a bit of pink, and then grey. Looks nice? Yes, now I can just pick up a light yellow. I have a very pale yellow. If you don't have, you can use the other yellow, but use it very light. And in the tusk also, a little shade of this. Now children, I can pick up my black color and color his tail hair with the black. Now you will say I've forgotten to color the fangs of the snake. The fangs are red in color. Either you take your sketch pen, or if you can do it very carefully, you can just make these red fangs for him. Now just our tiger is left. Children, for the tiger, you can pick up a dark yellow. If you don't have a dark yellow, then it's okay if you do a yellow also. Otherwise, you can pick up your mustard color or the yellow ochre color. And very carefully, without coloring inside the stripes, we are going to color him yellow. And what is the color of the stripes? Yes, they are black or dark brown, you can say. From here, children, the cheeks are whitish, so I'm not going to color the entire cheek. Leave a little, leave this part white. Color his nose. This nostril area is brown. You can pick up your sketch pen, or you can maybe pick up your brown color and do it with brown. Now, what to do about his ears? You can just do the same color, and just like we did an elephant, we can put a bit of pink and finish this. Wow, our tiger is also complete. I can just pick up my black color or my brown color, and very neatly and carefully, if you're using black, if you're using brown, then no problem, you can color the stripes. Since you can also use your black sketch pen to fill up these stripes if you feel that the color might come spread out. All right. So students, I'm just doing this red color. He's just eaten a prey in his mouth, and we are done with animals drawing. So I really hope that you all enjoyed and you will make a colorful picture like this. Thank you, students.